Hello, everybody. So last night I was given the idea to read some of my poetry online, and I'll do that now, I think. I'm going to start with a science fiction poem that I wrote called The Society of Clones, which I'm quite proud of. Um, I put this out on my medium.com profile, probably unadvisedly, and it got one clap. I hate people who do that on medium.com. This is like writing blogging platform where you can give articles between 1 and 50 claps, but people just go one clap and no one else clapped for it. But I mean, this is a poem I quite like. Hopefully you enjoy this. This is called The Society of Clones, and it goes like this. I sat again in the same bland office when I realised I'd forgotten the colour of my eyes, so I looked across the room to another version of the real I myself, and looking at him discovered that my eyes were blue. He looked at me and said, "I love you," this version of the real I myself, looking at me now in this bland office, as I love all versions of the real I myself, working within the society we've constructed on the basis of homogeneous identity, common ownership, as we all work as cogs within the great machinery of our civilization. And oh, how I should like none of you to ever be afraid, as we are all afraid under the grand swirling lights of space, as we all work and wander in calm and patience, driven to an ultimate demise, driven ultimately by the glittering engines of time lying at the very heart of the cosmos that ring and pulsate onwards ever and harmoniously towards an unending future. I love you, I myself. I thanked him. I turned towards the screen again to continue working. I smiled, for now I know that my eyes are blue, and I see in the streets outside all other placid, moving, good versions of the real I myself. I am good and they are good, and we live in a world full of goodness and beauty, and I am good and beautiful like all other versions of the real I myself. And so I sat in the same bland office, and so I forgot the colour of my eyes. Yep, there's a society of clones there. That's, I guess, the ideal of fascism perfected, isn't it? Or a society with a deeply kind of fascistic, racist um, mode of operating where they've kind of tried to build perfect human beings and have ended on and decided on a single model of human being, and it's a society of clones, and they all look the same, and yeah, they that would be kind of the horror of such a world, I guess. But yeah, that's one poem I was going to read. The next poem is called Longings, and this is something I've just been working on today. This is just something I've been working on improving. So I'm going to read this now. How in my longings did I go without the small comforts such as the smell of dried earth in the rain? I'm not here to speak softly or to be pushed against my better judgment into evil, though many have tried to make me evil, and in age and in the conquest of myself, I find solace in the open and aching now, not a self-pitying moment, but the rawness of myself with all its fleshy, earthy desire, the desire to be attuned to the world, to be its conscious mirror, to worship the Great Mother, and to play as scientists do with instruments and ideas, and as an artist with words she, here, has given me in my lonely life. And now I'm not pitying, but being in nature again and attuned to finer and deeper things, such that I'm eventually go off into the countryside again to begin the rest of my life. Farms, fields, these are for me, I think, and my poems rest as the buttress to different shades of desire now as I move through melancholy to excitement and the intimation of the profound. Now, and all hope ignites, receded to a time where I feel only the sacred moment, right here and now, all we have, and it rides like a beat current over rains and through fables, back to the old country where it first breathed into life. Some friends of mine quite like that poem. In particular, I quite like that poem actually. I think that's one of my better ones. Or it's a good one that I wrote. It's not necessarily my best, but yeah, I quite enjoyed that. I'm going to try and finish this video off with what I think is probably one of my best poems. It's called My Mind is a Bully. Just going to quickly Google it. My Mind is a Bully. Here we go. Okay. Got no claps at all on Medium. My mind is bigger than me, and my mind is a bully. It will show me good things that could happen to me, then snatch them away hurriedly. My mind is my abuser, and my mind is my abuse. I hope that out of the senselessness I can try to find some use. In the chaos drum that never ceases, and the pain it never releases. They'll say the world was spun on that drum, and that I'm off among my muses. The big man lurks there always, putting me down and chiding me at my every fault. My mind carries out his unending bitter assault. I meant to do no wrong, yet I cannot breathe in here, and so break out in song. I sing off into the walls and the window panes. I strain my mind to remove the slightest stains. I was taught to push and to shove, and to bully other people into love. My mind unkind has made me afraid, and my mind unkind would leave me for dead. Some day I might swing hanging from a tree and go out seeing some sunny canopy. I'd like the last thing I see in life to be beautiful, but my mind and I are a single fool. My mind hostile, always wanting more. My mind hungers after gold and jewels, tooth and claw. My mind belches out foul, lying fumes, makes me stink out my dingy rooms. I wish to go somewhere far away, out to a beach and sit in the spray, but my mind keeps me locked in here where there's nothing but misery, pain and fear. My mind tries to climb into me and alter me to fit its design, but design is a constant, unchanging line. It would have me be whiter than white and blacker than opaque. It would rob me of a couple of my dimensions and leave my life a fake. But I have developed a counterforce with whom I soothe the bitter mind's self-biting sores. I sing to it to teach it love and comedy, to teach the wretched arse some humour, how to have a heart, how not to stress, that there's more to life than mere success, and that love remains an art. So I've assembled my beautiful spirited team. I enjoy their company awake, and they sleep with me while I dream. So I'll set to soothing the fissures in my mind in a gentler way, and hope my joyful persona remain with me to stay. Oh, that's good. Again, very proud when I wrote that. I thought, yeah, I really, that was one that just came out almost very fluidly, very organically. It just sort of appeared on the page, and yeah, it rhymes well. It's got a good beat to it, a good rhythm. I think that was one of my strongest pieces of work. But yeah, I mean, it's up to you ultimately to decide, isn't it? The audience, what you thought of those. So that was yeah, 3 poems from me. I think that's probably enough for one video. Yeah, please let me know what you thought of them in the comment section, and please well, hopefully you do like the video anyway. Hopefully you do like my poetry. And yeah, awfully nice reading to you. Thank you everyone. Bye bye. Lots.